we're about to make a cake. We're about to make, you know, not just any kind of cake.
We're making...
But a jazz cake.
Yeah, this is going to be an almond chiffon cake.
Oh man, I can't even say almond chiffon. I think it's the first time I said it. Almond chiffon.
Chiffon.
Alright, so I noticed you putting all the liquid in at the same time. About oil and water.
Oil, water, and vanilla. However much vanilla you want in your recipe. So I'm doing 2 tablespoons because this is imitation vanilla, which means it's not that great and it burns out in the oven.
That's a lot of sugar.
It's actually not too bad.
So I guess you're used to sweetness then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not by you though.
Almond meal. It's like crushed almonds.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
This is what it looks like when you're trying to get it out your teeth.
Maybe not. A little less moist. Right now we're trying to get the yolks, right? So we'll put the yolks in here and we'll put the whites in here. So how many, because we're going to use both. We just need to separate the yolks from the whites.
Alright, you don't have to show me that because I'm kind of stupid. I don't know how to separate.
Alright, so this is probably going to take a lot of this.
Oh, so you drain the white. You drain the white.
Because we don't want to lose these whites. Still need them. And that little piece doesn't matter. But first, we gotta put some lemon juice on a napkin, and we're gonna wipe down the bowl because when you're making a meringue, you can't have any grease, or else it's not gonna come out light and fluffy.
Now we're gonna whip the egg whites.
Pretty much whip this to stiff peaks, which means, but you see that peak, it's not going anywhere.
Okay,
that's
so
what that
means. That's the texture you're looking for.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this meringue is ready. You see how light it is?
It's like mousse.
Yes. By 3 cake pan, and you're just spraying the bottom because you don't want to spray the sides because you want this cake to rise up.
Can I use butter?
You can use butter on that as well. We're just lucky that we have this non-stick spray.
Alright.
So we're going to use parchment. We're just going to trace the bottom, and now we're just going to cut it out. And cut inside because
inside the circle?
Yep, just like give it a little bit more room, like an edge.
Now we definitely arts and crafts. There you go.
Alright. We're just gonna do it like slowly because we want it to actually mix in with what we just created right there. This is our cake flour, our baking powder. And
this is a sifter?
And that is a sifter. So while you do that, I'm going to put the oven to 350. Dust it in. And basically I'm just going to mix it in like that. So now what we're going to do is, this has to go into the egg yolks that we just whipped.
So the flour and almond mix together. The sifted flour and the almonds get put into the egg yolk and sugar.
But what I'm gonna do is put my hand in front of it. I'm breaking the fall so that it doesn't get into the batter like too hard and deflate it. So I'm basically folding it in. So now just fold that into it.
That is our almond chiffon, ready to go in the oven, right into the center. Okay, now after careful oven science, we got the cake out the oven. We got it on this rack right here. All right, Jazz, now what?
Okay, so we're gonna make our frosting. So we got our heavy whipping cream. Okay, so we have our whipped cream and we have our sugar. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Let's just say like a tablespoon. Now we're just putting them on a baking sheet so that we can toast these because we're going to use these to garnish the sides of the cake. And that is our whipped cream. So this is simple syrup and we're using this with this cake because it's a sponge cake, so it's drier. So we need to use this to keep it moist in between each layer because we're going to cut it. So we're going to flavor it with coffee. That's like a tablespoon and a half. So it's just sugar, water, and coffee. And we're going to use this as additional flavor for the cake.
Alright, Jazz, we're going to use this to cut the cake.
Yeah, we are.
It looks like field goal. Dental floss. Hunger Games.
This is what the inside of the cake looks like. Putting it right on there. So I put it in here so that I can just line the edge of this cake. Put some of that in it. And we're basically just filling this cake right now. So spur of the moment, you want to add some raspberries to this? Raspberry, almond, and coffee? It doesn't need to be cute because we're going to put another cake layer right on this. Good job, Dante. Looking like a pro. Squish it down or anything. Now we're gonna frost the cake.
Alright, work.
So we're just using the whipped cream that we have. Put a little bit on top. It's not. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's gonna be one of those rustic looking cakes.
I'm gonna throw some almonds on it.
On the sides of it. So it's gonna go from basic to gourmet in no time.
Wow.
And voila.
There we go. You see, that's why I come to Jasmine. When she got that in her hand.
On the flat.
Flat.
So, Dante, Daddy in the kitchen, congratulations on your cake. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.